Julia. Julia Eisenberg and Hunter Eisenberg, and my in-laws, Nancy and Arnie Eisenberg, and my mom actually lived here for a short period as well. And I'm excited because it's really demonstrative of what the work the township is trying to do. It's that intergenerational home that I'm sure that we can continue to protect and to maintain for our residents. So thank you.
And now I'd like to call forward Trustee-elect Elliot Robbins. Elliot, if you raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Elliot Robbins,
I, Elliot Robbins,
having been elected to the office of Township Trustee
having been elected to the office of Township Trustee
in the town of New Trier,
in the Township of New Trier,
in the county of Cook,
in the County of Cook,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and will faithfully discharge the duties of trustee
and will faithfully discharge the duties of trustee
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability. I would like to echo what my fellow trustees have said and what, it's just a pleasure to see so many people here. My mom is here and she instilled in me that when you're fortunate, you know, it's important to give back to community. So Mom, I'm doing my job to follow your recommendations and to try to give back to my community. I'd like to say I'm really excited about working with my fellow trustees. None of us knew each other before before we were slated. So we were slated and we found ourselves in this contested election, and our relationships were kind of forged in the heat of preparing for a hotly contested election. So we really got to interact with each other and learn about each other's strengths. And there's some wonderful and diverse strengths and skill sets that all of us bring to the table. So we've got a leg up perhaps on a lot of other groups of citizens that are brought together to serve. We've been in battle and we've worked beautifully together thus far. So we're really excited about doing the work of the people of New Trier Township.
Trustee-elect John Thomas, would you please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, John Thomas,
I, John Thomas,
having been elected to the office of Township Trustee
having been elected to the office of Township Trustee
in the Township of New Trier,
in the Township of New Trier,
in the county of Cook,
in the County of Cook,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to uphold the Constitution of the United States of America,
to uphold the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and to faithfully discharge the duties of Township Trustee
and to faithfully discharge the duties of Township Trustee
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
A couple of quick comments here. Elliot made mention of this 11 weeks that we four trustees and plus Alan, the new supervisor, all spent weekly meetings in 711 Oak, courtesy of Peter, who got us into this whole mess. I have Peter Tyer on my list for death. When I die, you die.
I said it was going to be easy.
Secondly, I have to say, joining an operation where the staff has been, we think, those of us who looked at the numbers, very efficient and very productive. Everything from the grant system to but to have somebody that really likes being a town clerk. I couldn't imagine it, but God knows, there just was, Jerome just hums along. And lastly, I did bring to this job a couple of agendas. I've got to figure a way the township can break loose some money so we can have a swimming pool in Winnetka, and so we can have a rec center in Winnetka, because I've been on the park board now since 2004. We haven't been able to do that there, so maybe we can do it here.
So, I couldn't put down just adjournment because this is not an official, this is an event for the township. So-
Can I say?
Oh, please, please.
Phil Hosa, I was a former clerk and trustee back in 1970, 1980, and I've been following this group, and I'm very impressed. I'm sure the township since then has continued to serve the people, and they will continue to. So they certainly have my full support. Congratulations.
As one of Peter's assistants, I wanted to tell you that we had an opportunity to interview, I think, a total of 9 different candidates for 4 positions, and we got the cream of the crop, so we wish you all well.
Thank you.
And I can't resist repeating this. As the township clerk, I'm a local election official, and I've looked back, this was one of the biggest victories with the better turnout ever. I mean, clearly, all political parties, all political stripes and persuasion supported these people. I guess you say us, because we all ran together, but it was really very exciting, and so they have a big responsibility ahead of them. I didn't want to put, because it's not an official meeting, I didn't want to put adjournment, but I thought we would finish with concluding remarks from, this is going to be exciting. He won't be Mr. Supervisor, he'll be Dr. Supervisor, which I'm wondering in the whole state, how many people have a PhD as township supervisor? So, Dr. Supervisor, would you like to say anything to us before we conclude the meeting?
Sure. The first thing I'll say is anyone who calls me doctor gets punched. The other thing, as I said before, I've been involved with township government on and off for way too long. I served as chair of the Disabilities Committee for a couple of terms. I was a trustee for a couple of terms. I ran away for a term and was called back to do this job. The township government form as it exists in New Trier, I'm not talking about the 1,400 townships in the state. I'm talking about the one that we're involved with right here, is a vital, vibrant, and responsive piece of local government. And we will, with this group of folks, are going to continue to make sure that that happens. And the rest of you, don't be strangers. The reason that our township is so different than most of the others is that volunteerism is a vital part. Our committee structure is pretty unique among government in Illinois, where people who volunteer make the decisions and recommendations to the Board of Trustees as to how we spend your money. And come on back, be involved. That's how we know what the people who live here really want. So I'm looking forward to seeing you all. Our next meeting, I believe, is June 11th. Oh, and as the person who probably more than anyone else got me to come back in township government is indicating to me in the background there, go Cats. Football season starts in a little while, and be careful where you sit, because folks lurk all over the place and come and get you back involved. Thanks, Pete.
And so with that, we're done. I I hope you're hungry, because I see a lot of cookies back there, and thank you, everyone.
It's National Chocolate Chip Day.
Congratulations.